It's still going on. Auto workers smoking and drinking during their lunch break and then heading back to work.
But this isn't a party in the park. If you think you've seen this before, you haven't. This is brand new video. Different plant, different people, same bad behavior.
Problem solver Rob Wolchek got the tip from inside the factory. People simply tired of working next to somebody who's buzzed. And the bad behavior is happening in a place you won't believe. Rob.
Hugh and Monica, they're doing it right under the nose of people who say they strongly oppose the use of controlled substances and alcohol on the job. And it happened every day we went out to watch.
11 a.m., lunchtime at Chrysler's Trenton engine plant. And these guys have been working hard. Safety goggles, check. High visibility work vest, check. Lighter and pipe, check. But not everyone is smoking at this park just a mile from the plant. This guy's having a healthy lunch of chips and beer. And while this behavior during your break is against Chrysler's policy, these guys aren't so reckless as to do it in a public park. No, this is private property, a private lot. And get this, it's maintained by their union, the United Auto Workers. 10 months ago, I showed you these Chrysler workers pounding beers day after day during their lunch break. They worked at the Jefferson North Plant, Detroit. I caught them leaving for lunch, hitting up the party store and heading to the park to drink and smoke before heading back to work to finish their shifts. Chrysler had just been bailed out with billions of dollars of taxpayer money. In fact, President Obama himself had just given them a pep talk on the floor of the plant. And this was the thanks we got?
Hey guys, hate to be a buzzkill, but shouldn't you guys be building cars? Don't you guys work out at the Chrysler factory? You know, the government spent a lot of money bailing you guys out, and you coming out here on your lunch break drinking like this?
Chrysler fired 13 workers and suspended 2 others.
You'd think after all that you'd make it through a whole shift without having to take a buzz break, wouldn't you? Chrysler's not going to put up with that. Your co-workers aren't going to put up with that.
We found out about these guys the same way we found out about the others. Tips from inside the plant. I got 2 tips from Chrysler's Trenton engine plant. The tipsters told me they don't want to work with people who've been partying. It's dangerous. But here they are, just steps away from the union hall, doing their thing. I've heard of guys being so hungry they inhaled their lunch, but this is ridiculous. Wow. Check out this guy with the pipe and the headphones. Wonder what he's listening to, because it sure must be relaxing. Here's another guy on his lunch break, and he's a real bud man. Of course, I'm referring to his bandana. Can you believe these guys have to go back to work to finish their shifts? But not this guy. He's not on his lunch break. He spends 2 hours drinking before his shift even starts. I drink alone. His name is Terry. Every day that we were watching the lot, he'd be there parked in the same spot, drinking, going to the local party store for a second round, little more drinking. This guy is in no shape to work, but he goes anyway, day after day after day. Finally, I had to confront him on his reckless behavior.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be starting work pretty soon?
I am pretty soon here.
Yeah. What do you got in the bag? You got a couple of beers?
Beer?
Yeah. You drink beer all the time before you start work?
No.
You don't? Well, didn't you already come here about an hour ago and have a couple of beers?
Yeah, I did.
And you go sit over in that UAW lot?
No, I'm not going to go to work today.
You're not going to go to work today?
No, I'm not working.
But you usually do, don't you?
No, but I ain't working today.
You're not?
No.
Well, you're not even supposed to be driving, are you?
Yeah.
Terry lost his license for drunk driving. His record is so bad, he hasn't had a valid driver's license since 1993. Time to talk to the people who maintain the lot where all the partying's going on, the UAW.
Hi, Gabe. I'm Rob Wolchek.
Gabe Salato is vice president of Local 372. We go outside and I show him exactly where his members are partying during their lunch breaks.
So you guys don't know anything about it?
No, I honestly, we don't see nobody out here.
And he assures me if he did, they'd do something about it.
When that information broke on us at Jefferson, you know, all the locals were put on notice that, hey, if you got any members doing this type of activity, let them know it's not going to be condoned.
It may not be condoned, but it's still going on right across the street.
Gabe Solano from the UAW local agreed to watch some of our video. However, after many conversations on the phone, the viewing was called off by them. However, Chrysler sent several of their people here to Fox 2, and we showed them the clips. Their reaction? Here's Scott Garberding, Senior Vice President of Manufacturing.
Well, I just want to say I'm really both hurt and angered over what your cameras captured. Again, unfortunately, we've got Chrysler employees in a compromised position, apparently without regard for the impact of their actions on the reputation of their co-workers, of the plant, of the company, not to mention their own reputation and that of their families.